It's Judith! Great! She's still here!
What is this? Could this be the Cataclysm? Is this where Deirdith is right now? So she really is...
We're not from the same world, are we?
Yeah, no, I definitely get the impression that you're from either a different time or different plane, or both. No, I come from your future.
Wait, but that's great! That means the world isn't going to end.
Why would you think that?
In that case, tell me, what happens to Conria? What happens to my homeland? No, wait. Don't answer that. We can only fight for our future if the future is unknown. I still believe the Savior can turn things around. I'll carry on looking for her, even if you're not there to protect me. Although, in a way, I've already found my savior. It's you. You protected me, and I believe you can protect us all. You're the one who can change everything. It's just too bad that we're not from the same time or place. Oh, one last thing before I forget. I know how much you want to find your sister. Surely she must be desperate to find you too. So, is there anything you can give me as a memento? Proof that we met? That way when I do find her, I can convince her that you're also searching for her.
A memento. Wait.
Huh? What is it?
Oh my god, Traveler. If this is her future, if this is her fate, give the key to Deirdith. Keep the key. Wait, are you saying this is the same? This is the Traveler's key? That he thought was his sister's, but it was his all along? I'm going to give it to her. I don't know what that does. What did that just do? So that's what happened. The ruler of time must have had a hand in this. There's no other way that this meeting could have taken place. Lamine, you knew of all this? What's going on? I'm completely lost. I only knew the ending. I've always been curious about the events that led to it. When the Cataclysm first began, 500 years ago, I, as the Princess of Conria, was preparing to do my part, to fight back with all my might. But then this girl, Deirdith, she found me. The irony was that even as she desperately begged me to save the world, she brought me news of you. I was stunned, and I was suspicious of her claim that you were searching for me, but then she showed me the key to your hibernation chamber. So, she actually did it. So, was giving her the key the right choice? Because I was kind of scared about that. We've been separated ever since I awakened in Tevat. I searched the whole planet and found no trace of you anywhere. And then she brought me that news at the worst possible moment. So I was under the... Okay, so this is where my insatiable curiosity comes in. I was under the impression that the Traveler and their sibling arrived in Tevat together. So I still don't understand how they got separated. Did they arrive at separate times? Because remember, according to the intel from the Fatui, the sibling is not considered a descender, only the Traveler is. I'm still curious why that is. I was faced with an extremely difficult decision. I desperately wanted to see you again, but Conria was in equally desperate need of my help. I knew that no matter what I chose, I'd regret my decision for the rest of my days. So you chose to help Conria instead of looking for your sibling? So what had happened to the Traveler? Because if I recall correctly, they were in a deep sleep for 500 years. Who did that to them? The unknown god? Wait, I'm still not sure how the beginning of the game ties back to this, because they were about to leave Tevat together, and then they encountered the unknown god. So, I steeled myself against the guilt and made my decision. I went to find you. Wait, she went to find the Traveler instead of saving Conria? Oh, I thought it was the other way around. And then... But when I found you, you were still in hibernation. Even the key to the chamber was still secure on your person. You're saying 3 keys existed simultaneously in that moment? 3 keys existed simultaneously in that moment. So he's saying she had his key from the future, his key from the present, and then her own key. I couldn't make sense of what I was seeing, but there was no time to think. I just grabbed you and ran. That's where we are right now? An intersection in our memories. I'm confused. How did they... I still don't understand how they got separated. She woke up from her hibernation chamber. Wouldn't he have been right there with her? Were they in separate... They were in separate chambers, but wouldn't their separate chambers have been side by side? Did they land in different locations when they arrived? I guess that makes the most sense. They were in separate pods. Their 2 pods land somewhere different in Tevat. Hers opens up, she gets out, can't find his pod, looks for him, finds his pod, and he's still sleeping. Why didn't his pod... Did his pod malfunction? Why wouldn't his open up with hers? This question has haunted me for the past 500 years. I never imagined the answer would come to me like this. So, my actions 500 years in the future set everything in motion. Are you mocking me, Istaroth? And what are these cubes that are floating in the air? Deardith succeeded in bringing us together, but unfortunately, it is versions of us 500 years apart. So, is this conversation actually happening, or is it just another weird dream state? She hoped that the Savior would rescue Conria, save the entire world, but instead, the news she brought led the Savior to make the complete opposite decision. Maybe I shouldn't have given her the key. I wonder what happens if you don't give her the key. How awful. Is that her fate? Is that how her story must end? Has Conria really been revived? Have you done what you set out to do? Not yet, but I've taken a very important step. Now, the ley lines of Conria are complete. I'd always thought that Tevat's ley lines were locked by the heavenly principles. No more can be added, and existing ones cannot be replaced. But then, I learned that Natlan's Night Kingdom appeared to be an exception to the rule. It has intrigued me ever since. So I directed the Abyss Order to feign an attack on Natlan, buying me some time to enter the Night Kingdom and negotiate with the Lord of the Night. Unfortunately, for other reasons, even the Night Kingdom cannot host any new ley lines. The most I could get was some room to carry out the weaving process. The Lord of the Night did say something that even she can't. The Lord of the Night did say before that even she can only reconstruct Natlan's ley lines. It's probably for the same reason. Still, I received the Lord of the Night's permission and activated the Loom of Fate. Using an Inte Vat as the base, I was able to grow a realm based in the Conneria of 500 years ago, superimposing it over present-day Natland spacetime. What's an Inte Vat? That superimposition is what allowed you and Deirdre to cross paths. See, I knew there's something off about her. So... That's what I saw in my dream. She's not dying. She's not lying about that, at least. But what I don't understand is why did the Lord of the Night agree to this? After that, the new Conneria was enriched with memories of the old, drawing from the Abyss Order's members and their meditation sessions. With those memories as raw material, and the superimposed realm as a template, the Loom of Fate finally finished its work. What I now hold in my hand is the Atlas of the New World. This is the product of the Loom of Fate, holding within it the entire network of New Conria's ley lines. With this, the nation once known as Conria can rise again. One day I will find a suitable host location for it. Why is reviving Conria so important to you? I don't understand. Is it really just because of guilt? When I first arrived in Conria 500 years ago, my memory was completely blank. Really? It was only after I had served as their princess for many years that I slowly began to remember everything, including you. She lost her memory? Didn't the Traveler also not remember anything? They both arrived in Tevat with no memory? How long were they hibernating? What? Your memories were erased? But recovering old memories didn't simply erase the part of my life I spent in Conria. I still see it as my second home. See, it's interesting she said that because I remember back when I finished the quest, We Will Be Reunited, the Traveler said, "Let's go home." And she said home in this kind of vague manner. It seemed as if they were thinking of separate locations. I thought that was odd. That is why my guilt weighs on me, so heavily on me. But even so, that only constitutes part of my motive. More importantly, if I wish to speak with the heavenly principles as an equal, I will need the might of an entire world behind me. The entire world? Why does she want to speak to the heavenly... Whoa! Whoa! That was her! The sustainer of the heavenly principles.
Our hero is back! Everyone's been waiting for you!
Sorry, give me a second. I just saw a very alarming cutscene. So it seemed like the Traveler was actually mad at Lumine. It's hard to tell without their voices, but I thought he was going to fight her, if I'm being honest. It looked like he was about to attack her.
The Abyss Order made a full retreat before our forces even arrived on the scene. All thanks to your efforts, no doubt. Oh, and Mr. Dainsliff's, of course. What's wrong? You look upset.
I had a very alarming encounter with my sister.
Paimon doesn't know the details either. The Traveler just disappeared after taking Deirdre's hand. It was like they got sucked into another world. Paimon was looking all over for him, and then he suddenly reappeared, right back in the same spot, but looking a lot more glum.
It's fine. I need some time to take everything in.
I think I got the gist of what happened. Something to do with your sister? I spoke with the Lord of the Night in a dream just now, and learned quite a lot.
Huh? You met your sister?
I did. We had a long talk.
And you didn't think to tell Paimon right away? Well, never mind. Paimon can see that you're pretty down right now. But let's go over everything later, alright?
Alright.
What your sister accomplished? It all but defies comprehension. I was stunned when I heard about it too.
Yeah, I'm still trying to catch up. I thought I understood what was going on, but they kept throwing curveballs at me.
But what surprised me the most was that the Lord of the Night actually chose to allow it.
That caught me off guard too.
The Lord of the Night did try to explain it to me, but in a word, it's complicated. During the war with the Abyss, Malwika had an argument with the captain. Malwika believed that we should fight to protect our culture and memories, while the captain believed the preservation of the ley lines should come before all else. So, the Lord of the Night was very intrigued when presented with the Loom of Fate, and informed of its ability to weave ley lines. She saw your sister's actions as a potential third option, namely to preserve an entire nation in the form of an atlas.
So, when our sister completes her ritual or whatever it is, will that bring back Conria and its people, or just the location?
Preserve a nation? You've definitely lost me now.
You're not the only one. Paimon's got no idea what's going on either.
With that in mind, the Lord of the Night gave the go-ahead once she was satisfied that the Loom of Fate wouldn't have any real effect on Natlan. However, I believe she imposed an additional condition of her own.
An additional condition? Did she ask for something in return?
No idea. She wouldn't tell me what it was.
Huh.
Alright, well, let's not overthink this for now. We just won a war. Time for a well-earned drink to celebrate.
Was it actually a war? I feel like the whole thing was just a diversion.
I trust the Lord of the Night unreservedly. I'm sure she only involved herself to take a problem off our hands, so it's one less thing for us to worry about. Don't you agree, Traveler?
Sorry, I'm still mind-boggled by what happened earlier. I don't remember what you said. You've got a point. I still feel like a mess, though.
Come on, let's head back to the Collective of Plenty. Oh, Verissa should be there too. We'll treat you to a real feast.
Oh, so there is a feast. Fantastic. I'm starving. But I guess the Traveler wants to do something else first? Okay, we'll get back to you.
Huh?
Ion-san, leave him be.
Yeah, he clearly has a lot on his mind.
This might be hard to understand for an extrovert like you, but some people need alone time to recharge every once in a while.
Traveler?